The Pentality of Forecasting's second area that we're going to cover is customers, clients, or you can call them patrons, members, whatever you'd like to consider the people or organizations you're servicing would be into this category within the Pentality. How often do you sit around, I'm going to start off with a question, how often do you sit around and say, what is their future? What's the future of the individuals that we're working with today, and what will that be in 5 years from now, or 7 years from now, or 10 years from now? Now, I know you do think about it, yet have you sat down and really tried to figure out what those type of behaviors might be? Well, they become varied. You could look at human behavior variables that will change. You could look at changes in the way they might do business. You could look at market conditions. You could look at the products and services they're offering. Remember, they're going to get older, as we talked about in the U, so they might even have older technology that they're going to bring, or they might even realize that they need in the future, that their organization is going to change because they're going to add younger people to the mix who are going to bring new technologies. There are all sorts of values to looking into the future for your customers. And again, just like in the others, the other components of the Pentality, you have to take a look at the markers that you've set on the horizon markers. So that could be, for example, if you're in a technology business, you might be 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. If you're in the utility industry, you might be going up to 30 years. All of these pieces of variables help you to be able to make better decisions. And in this case, you could be looking at some of the impacts that can come out of it. For example, they could be the unemployment levels or market levels. They could be things that you could see trend lines happening in the industry or in the environment. For example, you're seeing more greed that has popped into the environment. All of these pieces contribute. Now, what's the value proposition from doing this? Obviously, you can plan better if you've already had some insight into the way people are going to be acting in the future, or your customers are going to be acting, or the organizations you're going to be participating with. But even more so, you can position yourself in a different light. For example, that's how you position yourself to be acquired. If you find out organizations are on a strategic plan to be able to acquire, and in 2 years you feel that you could be ready for that acquisition, and you found out enough about what they're really looking for, you could try to fit that perspective set of criteria. So looking at your clients, your customers, patrons, members, sponsors, recipients, whatever you may call them, will help you to make much better decisions in all of the work that you'll be doing throughout enterprise thinking.